What? What? I don't have an episode for an entire week. And then I get this. At first, this seems like a very natural episode. Just a standard comedy-ish episode. Get to see an uncle introduced, and it seems like he really cares for his nephew, Levy, and then all of a sudden, that ending. What? What? Oh, okay, I knew this series, I said some dark elements, I did want to see some violence in it, but what? That entire ending. Levy just drawing blood from Princess Nikki, and then all of a sudden, he's going to torture his uncle to death. And then we see his evil side of him saying that he's going to imprison Nikki into her room. What? I don't even know how to begin to just understand. Oh my god. I knew Levy was just a very dark character underneath. His true personality was hidden, but I did not expect this. I'm not saying this episode was bad. I'm not. By far means I am not saying this episode is bad, but that ending, the tone just shifted. In that entire ending, the tone of this episode shifted into something darker than I expected. The majority of this episode was just heart-touching. You just get to see a little bit of jealousy, like a love triangle, something you'd see in a rom-com, with Levy getting jealous over his uncle, and Nikki's going for the cliche matters of arguing with the uncle, and at the same time, she's trying to explain the situation to Levy. Yeah, the point of this episode, at first, I thought it was just comedy-driven, and getting to see a new character introduce the uncle. But then, that ending. This episode, I love it. This definitely has to be one of my favorite episodes I've seen of Soredemo. Just getting to see how that ending was, I was shocked. I really was. I did not expect something like that from this series. I did not expect that. Of course, probably everything is going to work out eventually, unless it goes even darker, but still, that ending, you get to see how Levy actually reveals his true personality, the way he's willing to hurt his lover, Princess Nikki, and to lock her up in her room, just shows you something. Just shows you his character underneath and how far he's willing to go. Wow. I've heard of jealousy, but that is further than jealousy. He literally is willing to kill his own uncle over his Princess Nikki. This episode was good. I like it. The entire beginning, honestly, I cannot believe we went from the beginning section of seeing, cosplay and cross-dressing with Levy to turning into him being very violent at the end. I mean, looking at the aspects, if you were to compare pictures from the very beginning of this episode to the very end, the entire tone of this episode changed radically. Overall, good episode. Looking forward to next week's episode, because that cliffhanger is fucking hellish. It is a hellish cliffhanger, because I want to know what is going to happen, and is that uncle really going to die? Definitely one of my favorite episodes I've seen to Soredemo. So everybody, tell me your thoughts on this episode. Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? What did you feel about the music? What did you feel about the dramatic scene at the end? Everybody, I love you so much. Please be safe. Chibi out.